Hey YouTube, it's Roy. I'm a UI designer based in the UK, and today you will learn how to use the grid versus no grid with Figma with practical examples. A really good resource. This is by the Balkan brothers. You can find this on Dribble, and a very common grid system is the 12 column grid, which has a 1280 pixel width. Some of you may be familiar with this, and they have different widths with the columns and a 40 pixel gutter with an 80 margin on the outside, and you have an image, you have a heading, paragraph, and then a CTA, and you can see they're putting spacing vertically. They have a very good grid system where they have like 2 column layout, or you can say this is 2 column and then 2 here. You've got a 3 column, 4 column grid. You can see the patterns. There's a 2 column grid, 3 column grid, and a 4 column grid. Starting from a blank canvas, you just hit the F key, and what we're going to choose first is we are going to go to desktop and we're going to choose the MacBook Pro. To create your grid, all you have to do is go over to this side, and we are going to go in the grid and go to columns, and we're just going to say 12, and the margin on either side is 80, and the gutter, you can use any that you want. You can use the example in Balkan Brothers, but I'm going to use 16 because I like to use the 8-point grid system. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, everything naturally lines up. And just as an example, if I hit the F key again and just drag it out, and I quite luckily lined everything up, and if I fill that with, let's just say, a grey there, you can see here already it's 1280, so things have lined up pretty nicely. There's also the vertical grid, so you can go here, we can say we want rows, we just say 9999. From the top, we don't want a gutter, but we want a height of 8. So we can quickly go in here. You can see here we got a 8-point grid system or vertical. So now if you want to be really precise, you can go in and say, hey, we need that to be precisely on the vertical 8-point system. You can see here a height of 192. The F key again, and this time we can go to a iPad. So if we go to tablet, let's say iPad mini, leading towards the end of the video of not using a grid. So you've got to think of the content that you're going to use as well. That has to dictate the grid. For the iPad mini, what's typical possibly is you might have a 3 column. So here you can say layout grid, we are going to go 3 columns. The margin I'm going to say 20, and the gutter I'm going to say 16. F key again, let's then go to phone, and let's say iPhone Pro 11, and here typically again you're not going to have too many columns because the content normally is going to be 1 wide card. For example, I think 2 column is probably the maximum on the phone. Again, you go to layout grid, and I go to columns, I say we want 2, we want a margin of 20 on either side, and the gutter is this between the columns, we want 16. If I go here and I go there and then say, let's just say desktop grid, just desktop 12 grid, and here I can go here, and you can say iPad grid 3, and then here we can go and say iPhone grid 2. So now the nice thing is whenever you create a new frame, and again if we go to desktop, an iPad, Mac or MacBook Pro, you can very quickly get your 12 column grid, and that is the nice thing. You've created some grid styles. If you're finding value in this video, please hit the like button. If we hit the F key again, and we're pretending that this is going to be an image, and again let's go around darkish gray there, and we're just going to label that image. If I hit the T tool, and we're going to say title, let's zoom in again. I'm going to use enter, I'm going to say, okay, the title is going to be 24. And let's then make that medium. I'm going to hit Command D, bring that down, and I'm going to say we want 16. This is for the paragraph, regular, and again I can then go Command / to bring up the search command menu, and I've already got the Lorem Ipsum plugin. This is just for me to very quickly put in some dummy text. Okay, so here's a very typical card layout or an article, and what we're going to do is we're going to select both of these and we're going to start doing some auto layout magic. So Shift A, the spacing between that, let's say 16. We're actually going to label this, so we're going to just say text, and then these two we need to then put this into an auto layout. So Shift A, spacing between is going to be 16, and now we can just label that card. If I was to test the responsiveness, it doesn't work. So what you have to do is go into the image and say fill container, and I want to go to the text, and I want to go into each of these, shift and select both, then say fill container. So now if I do this, it is nice and fluid, except for the text. So if I do that again, to fill container, and then you go to the actual auto layout frame and then say fill container as well, and there you go. Command OK. This is where you're flexing all the features of Figma, and this is now your master component card, which I think is pretty cool. And I'm going to do Command D to do an instance of it. I'm just going to hold shift and drag the instance out. I'm just going to lay this out on here. Okay, so you can see the locking and the lines are starting to show up. So here you can quickly, things are starting to line up nicely, right? So you got a hero, or let's say we're going to do a 2-column grid. One thing that I've got quite lucky with is I already got the right height. So the height of this image is 376. So that falls along the 8-point grid system. Let's say we want a 2-column grid. So I'm just going to Command D that, shift and select both cards, and then the magic of Shift A. And now we're going to just label this container, and I'm going to make it horizontal, but now we want a gap of 16. And the technique we used in the previous video is we have a structure that we use, which is very good for Webflow as well. We can put this into another auto layout of Shift A, and we call that section. And in there, we are going to get rid of the spacing and the padding. But what we're going to say is we're going to mimic the grid. So on the left and the right, we want 80 and 80. And we actually want this to line up from the left. If I was to go to container, make sure that this is going to fill container. Let me just make sure I go to each of these cards, and they also fill container. So let's see if this works. If I go responsive, okay, that is not working perfectly yet, but if I go back here and if I go to container, okay, section, so if you hold shift and you just very quickly click on that section there, let's see if this now, yeah, so now it is responsive with the grid, and that is just pretty cool. I'm going to just Command D that, shift and bring that down, and I'm going to say, hey, we actually want the third card, so Command D. So naturally now things are just lining up, and I'm going to extend that as well. Command D that, shift down, and say, you know what, we actually need a fourth card. Boom. So things again are lining up. And then if we want to go even more crazy, we can select that section, hold shift, select that section and that section. Oh, section, shift A, and now it's put it into an auto layout, and I can say we want the spacing to be 80 between these sections. If you're finding value in this video, please hit the like button. Duplicate the card, shift and bring that out. We then want this to be a 3-column layout, so I'm just dragging it, and the height of the card, of course this has to be smaller. So let's see if I can actually change the height, and you can't, so I'm just going to detach this. So Command Alt and B, which is to break it, and we're going to say the height, this is around 200. That's better. So these cards are a lot smaller, and I'm going to Command D this 2 more times, 1, 2, and Shift and select all of them, and then Shift A into auto layout, and we need a spacing between of 16. So you can see there it is very quickly lined everything up naturally. So again, we can do the same structure. We can say container, and this is like a grid of 3, and I'm going to Shift A that, and this is now a section. Oop. And I'm going to get rid of that and that, and then the spacing we are going to say 20 on either side, and we want that to align from the left. Great. So if I do this again, it doesn't respond well, so we have to hold Shift and click on this. Oh, I'm doing something wrong. Hold Shift and click on there, so that's not working. So I probably have to go fixed and then Shift and click there. So if I do this, hopefully it's going to be responsive. Nope. So that means you have to click on the whole thing and then container and then fill container. Wow. And then this should work, and it still doesn't work because we need to go into every card and make sure they fill container, and maybe that will then work. Let's have a look. There we go. Nice. So I can quickly go to variants, and I can say we want the image to be on the left and the content to be on the right. So I make it horizontal, and if I go to the text, I say fill container, and then image, I also say fill container. Okay, so let's have a look. So I have to drag that out. So there's a new feature recently with Figma where you can quickly search your components, which is Shift I, and the card is my only component, so I'm going to drag that out, and the variant I want is the one where the image is on the left and the content is on the right. I'm going to just drag it into that frame, and I'm going to say, hey, we want this card to be like this, but the height has to be a lot smaller. So again, I'm going to break this, Command Alt and B, and the height of the image, let's say it is around 200. We need the, let's have a think here. Okay, and then the text, and then the card. We actually need the card to hug contents from the height. It'd actually probably be even smaller. If we were to bring in the other version of the card, we just do Shift I, we drag out the card component, we bring that there, and we just drag it to that size, and and then we couldn't really change the height of this, so we have to Command Alt B to break out of it. Go to the image. Let's say the image is around 200, and we want the card to hug content. Great. So what we then have to do is put both of these into an auto layout. So Shift A, the gap is around 80, or let's say 40. If we want to stick to our structure, we can say container. We can do Shift A again. This is a section. You got like a hero and then a sub article possibly. And what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to have the gap or the margin of 20 on the right and the left. And we just align it to the left and the top. This bit is not going to be responsive. So what you can do again, go back. Oh, So this bit is not responsive, but what we can do is we can say, hey, we need it to be fixed, and we're holding shift and click that. So here again, it's not responsive, but if we go to the container, actually if we go to the cards, we say fill, we go to container and we go fill, and now immediately it started to fill up, and you can see here it is nice and responsive. You're not really always going to use a 12 column grid. It's going to be dictated by the content, and normally it's going to be down to your spacing system for things to naturally line up. So as an example, on here you're not really going to go with a 12 column grid, because here it's really like a 4 column, a 3 column. So as an example, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to create another one and say we are using the grid, as in CSS we're going to have a 4 column, and the margin on either side is 80 and the gutter is 16. So here you can see when a developer gets this, sometimes you don't even have to have a 12 column grid, because it's dictated by the content. So here we got a 4 column grid. So again, we can go to MacBook Pro and you can save the 4 column grid. But as another example, we're going to say, well, you know what, when you do this section of a 3 column grid, you go here, and the margin again on the left and the right is 80 and 16. And then the last one is the 2 column grid. So again, I go to columns, I want 2, a margin on the left and the right is 80, 16 gutter. So here you can see this section we are using a 2 column grid. The grid system for developers is 1 frame. So this is 1 frame, this is another frame. They're not using percentages. I hope you found this video useful. You don't have to be too crazy about the grid, as long as you got a very consistent spacing system. And you notice that I used 80 pixels, 20 pixels, 16 pixels. Things will naturally start to line up. If you found this video useful, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.